And then we can also identify common misconfigurations. So as I mentioned, Nessus, Metasploit, there's some other programs, very similar in nature. They can identify those security misconfigurations. Now, typically, again, they're going to need credentials to go in and get that level of detail. But once that happens, they can review logs. They can perform audits of key assets. Again, it could be manual or it could be automated or somewhat scripted, using these tools and some others. It can look for such things as open ports. We can look for weak passwords, active default accounts and passwords, right? Because remember, different applications a lot of times will come with a default account. Some of them actually come with a default password or no password. If we leave those defaults as is, then it's a very easy backdoor for any hacker to try. It's like the very first thing. Okay, let's see if these default accounts are active. If they're active, try the default passwords. Sometimes there is no password, that's the default. Then they're right in the back door. So we don't want to make it easy. We obviously want to either remove or rename those default accounts where applicable and make sure we put in strong passwords. And then we also want to make sure there's no sensitive data leakage. We can look through some type of DLP or data loss prevention that will monitor packets and monitor data as it goes in and out of the network to make sure we're not transmitting such things as social security numbers or credit card information, things along those lines. We can also do a security audit or create a security baseline, right? Remember that line in the sand we talked about previously, having a baseline that we can then match against or run reports against that baseline and see where we've deviated. Are there applications or are there accounts that have been added, maybe removed from certain groups that shouldn't be? And if we have these security baselines in place, we can very quickly determine when things have changed, either for the better or possibly for the worse.